everyone, this semester in self-study, I decided that I was going to learn about the brain. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I'm going to tell you all about my process. I chose this topic at the beginning of the semester because I've always been interested in healthcare. I actually want to grow up and go into the healthcare industry, and I know that the brain is really important to everything in our body, so I thought this would be a good place to start and learn about something to do with healthcare. Here's some of the projects I completed. I did a lot of video notes and studies, but I also included some games and model making that I had a lot of fun doing. Some of my favorite projects were the 3D brain model and the brain games because I had a lot of fun doing those, but one of my topics that I was really interested in was learning about sleep and dreams, so I really enjoyed doing that too. Most and least successful projects. I would say that my most successful project was my 3D Play-Doh brain model because I had to come up with this idea quickly after I was not able to do this in the makerspace at school on teleschool, but it actually turned out really good. And I don't think that any of my projects were not successful, but if I had to choose, I would say that my study of diseases and disorders of the brain was least successful because I was not able to find a replacement for the buttons I was going to make to represent each brain. I couldn't find a replacement to do that at home, but I did enjoy doing this research nevertheless. I think that my strengths include staying organized, being disciplined, being creative, and working in the makerspace. I actually learned a lot in the makerspace this semester, more than I did last semester, and at a point I became a helper to others when using certain materials. And some challenges I discovered were making engaging assignments that Ms. Bala would like to look at, and I do like working collaboratively usually, but I did enjoy being independent. What did I learn about myself? I learned that watching videos is really engaging for me, and I learn a lot when I write things down on paper. And I gained the skill to be able to apply what I learned from my study to my everyday life without consciously thinking about it. And I also learned how to use more machines in the makerspace, as I previously mentioned, like the sewing machine and the 3D printer and some of the software that goes with the 3D printer. Summary of what I learned, I'm not going to read this, but in my extended study, I started off the beginning of the semester with the basics, including anatomy, function, location of important structures in the brain, the lobes of the brain, and then as the semester went on, I started to go deeper into certain questions that I had about the brain, like sleep, diseases, and just deeper into things that I thought were really important. And I didn't do that so much last semester. I didn't focus on what I really wanted to learn. I just focused on what I thought was most important. And that brings me to some improvements that I had. I think that I did a better job keeping my study more focused this semester. And in reflecting upon the semester, I think it was successful. And it was definitely more successful than my last semester philosophy study. I was more intrigued about learning about the brain, and I was able to, as I just mentioned, assign myself projects better that I knew I would enjoy. Thank you.